Matt from CJ Off-Road. LED tailgate bars are a great way to increase the safety and visibility to the back of your vehicle and to add a custom touch as well. Today we're going to be installing this 48-inch PUTCO SwitchBlade LED tailgate bar to the back of our 2012 Jeep Wrangler. This tailgate bar features high-powered cob LEDs, which are fully encased in a tinted waterproof housing. The light bar is super bright and will operate your running lights, brake lights, reverse lights, and turn signals for a custom look and added safety. Featuring a 4-prong wiring harness, this light bar will plug directly into your factory trailer connection. All of the necessary hardware is included, making installation of this tailgate light bar a breeze. So today we're going to be installing this on our 2012 Jeep Wrangler. Tools needed for this installation: a Phillips screwdriver, pliers, and basic wiring tools. So we're at the back of the Jeep. First step is going to be open up the tailgate. So now that we've got the tailgate open, we're going to be installing the light bar right in between the body and the bumper section. But before we do so, we're going to be cleaning that off with a little bit of alcohol. So now we're going to clean the surface off with a little bit of alcohol here. That way we have proper adhesion when the tailgate light bar goes to stick on. So if you look closely to your tailgate bar, there's actually a center line. And what we're going to do is use that center line to match it up with the center of the hitch here to make sure it's centered within the Jeep's body. It's also important to remember to place the wiring on the driver's side of the vehicle. That way when you plug the connection in, the turn signals will be on the proper sides. Now there are a couple different ways that you can mount these LED tailgate bars. The package includes 3M tape here and also these clips. You can either directly mount the 3M tape to the back of the tailgate bar, or you can mount it onto the back of the clip and then the clip to the tub. In this application, we're going to be using the clips on the outer edge because of the body line, and then using the 3M tape on the intersection here of the tub. Now as we said earlier, we're going to be placing these 3M strips onto the center section of this tailgate LED light bar. First step is going to be to peel back the white section here. And you're going to line this up right onto the light bar. Give it a firm press, that way it sticks. So now that we've got the 3M tape onto the back of the LED light bar, we're going to place it onto the body. So as you can see, we've already installed the clips onto the end of our light bar. On your JK, you'll have a body line right here. Line up the end of the clip pretty close to that, and once it's all lined up on this side and the other side accordingly, we're going to use some adhesion promoter right behind to where we would mount the 3M tape. Now we're going to go ahead and use the adhesion promoter. Alright, and now we're going to do the middle two sections. Alright, and now to this last section. Now we can apply the 3M tape to the back of our clips. Once again, be sure to firmly press on this to make sure proper adhesion. And we're going to repeat the same step on this side. Alright, the next step is going to be remove the red backing on the 3M tape. And continue to the next 3 pieces. Alright, and the next step is to install the light bar. We're going to start at one end and work our way down. Alright, so before the installation, you're going to want to make sure that the trailer connection plug goes over the frame rail and into your factory connection. This white wire here is going to be used to tap into your reverse light. That way the LED light bar turns on with your reverse lights. And after you're finished pulling the trailer connection over the frame rail, the next step is going to be to plug it into your factory trailer connection, like so. And after you finish plugging this into the factory connection, you're going to want to figure out how much wire you need to cable tie out of the way. And we're going to use my finger as a point of reference to where this can successfully tuck up in here behind the frame rail. Once I pull it out, I can use that point and fold it over on itself and secure it with cable ties to make sure it's out of the way. Alright, and now we're going to tuck it behind the frame rail. So the next step is going to be remove the taillights. Now obviously these are aftermarket taillights, so to remove them, simply use a flathead screwdriver. If you have factory taillights, you're only going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the 4 bolts holding them in. Now that we've got our taillight removed, you can see the harness that sits behind the taillight. The white wire with a thin green indicator stripe on it is going to be the positive for the reverse lights. In order to make the tailgate light bar work, you have to tap your white wire that we ran up through the harness into this wire. Once we have the proper wire length, we're going to trim this wire and use the provided tap to connect into this white wire with a green stripe. So to use the provided wire tap, what you're going to want to do is take this reverse positive here and put it to the outer edge of the tap, like so that it can completely run through. The next step will be to take this end here and place it in until it goes in about half of the way through. Once the wire is in place, push down with the pliers to completely connect the two. Before you reinstall your taillight, go up to the front dash and make sure that everything's working back here. All right, it looks like everything's working. We can get the taillight plugged back in and bolted back onto the back of our Jeep. All right, and that completes the installation of our PUTCO SwitchBlade. This thing is incredibly bright. It changes the whole back end of the Jeep. Installation was really easy. It took about 45 minutes to an hour, and before you know it, you'll be heading down the trail.